Hello fans, welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ. Stay updated with the latest transfer gossip and breaking news.
Our first news. Benni McCarthy says, "It's a shame how Man United youngsters acted around Cristiano Ronaldo." Benni McCarthy worked with Cristiano Ronaldo during his second spell at Man United and has revealed his disappointment at the lack of questions the club's young players asked the Portuguese forward. Former Manchester United coach Benni McCarthy has expressed frustration at the younger players' failure to soak up all the wisdom they could from Cristiano Ronaldo. The 47-year-old, who was a striker for Blackburn Rovers in his playing days, had encounters with Ronaldo during his initial spell at United. McCarthy was also part of the team that fired Porto to Champions League glory under Jose Mourinho in the same season that a fresh-faced Ronaldo joined United from Sporting CP. McCarthy, who joined Erik ten Hag's coaching staff at United in 2022 and helped the club win the FA Cup before leaving last year, relished working with Ronaldo as an experienced pro from his era. Ronaldo had made an emotional return to Old Trafford in 2021 and scored 24 goals across his debut campaign, despite Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being replaced with interim boss Ralf Rangnick during the season, while Ronaldo had entered the twilight of his career and was a different player from the one that had previously graced Old Trafford. His goal-scoring instincts were arguably as sharp as ever. However, McCarthy feels United's younger players wasted the chance to glean knowledge from the Portuguese star. "You know what? It was brilliant working with Cristiano Ronaldo. It was brilliant because you've got a guy who knows football inside out," McCarthy said to Ladbrokes at the launch of Gaffer of all Accas. "He became the greatest player of all time in my view. I don't speak for everyone else. So it was genuinely so nice to just see the drive and determination he still had at his age, especially compared to the younger players around him. If I were them, I would have smothered him with questions, asking this and asking that and wanting to know everything. His regime, his methods, his approach to staying as sharp and in shape as he is. What does he do? How does he live his life? I would have asked all those things. And it's a shame that our players never, ever latched on to him in that sense." Alejandro Garnacho and Antony were some of the fresh talent in the United first team at the start of Ten Hag's tenure, with others like Kobbie Mainoo skirting the fringes of the squad. However, Ronaldo's time at the club was cut short that season, with his contract being cancelled in November 2022 after a fallout with the United boss. Still, McCarthy had high praise for Ronaldo's attitude to training and for endorsing his work at Carrington to other squad members. "He trained well. And he also backed me with the young players because we were from that generation." Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Our second news is Man United accused of callously raising price of FA Cup tickets as furious fans hit out. Manchester United will welcome Fulham to Old Trafford for their FA Cup fifth-round tie on March 2nd. But the away supporters have been left irked by the Red Devils hiking prices above the Premier League cap of £30. Fulham fans have hit out at Manchester United for callously raising ticket prices for away supporters ahead of their FA Cup fifth-round trip to Old Trafford. Marco Silva's men will travel to Manchester on March 2nd hoping to stun Ruben Amorim's men and reach the quarter-finals of the competition, but Fulham supporters have been left furious after claiming United increased the price of tickets for the cup game, meaning fans will have to pay between £51 and £61, despite Premier League away games being capped at £30. The Fulham Supporters Trust have hit out at the decision, which they described as callous, and questioned the need to up prices when the game was selected for TV broadcast. Despite the game being on television with a resulting cash windfall for both clubs, it appears loyal legacy supporters simply do not matter to the hierarchy of the modern-day game, said the Trust. Manchester United FC have regrettably and callously set the price significantly above the usual Premier League away game price cap of £30 per ticket. Given the pricing decision was taken exclusively by executives at Manchester United FC and not Fulham FC, we hoped you might consider a gesture towards our fans to demonstrate you understand the lengths they go to when supporting their club. United's decision comes at a time of cost-cutting by Chief Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who recently oversaw a huge string of redundancies last year and removed concession ticket prices at Old Trafford. Meanwhile, legendary former manager Sir Alex Ferguson saw his ambassadorial role cut after holding the post since he retired from management in 2013. This is not the first time an away team supporters have complained over ticket prices after Leicester hit out over being charged the same prices in the last round of the FA Cup. Speaking before Manchester United's 2-1 win in the fourth round, the Foxes Trust said, FA Cup games provide the opportunity for fans who are unable to get tickets for league matches to actually go and watch the team they support. These games provide one of the few opportunities for younger fans to be able to afford tickets. This spreads the love of the game and invites new and future generations to experience the thrill that is live football. How can pricing regular or new fans out of the game be any good for its future? Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our third news is Man United stars speak behind Ruben Amorim's back as squad lose faith in struggling boss. Ruben Amorim lost his 9th game in charge of Manchester United on Sunday, leaving the Red Devils 15th in the Premier League table with only a third of the season left. Some Manchester United players are said to be losing confidence in Ruben Amorim's tactics amid his underwhelming start to life at Old Trafford. Amorim, 40, has only been in the job since the middle of November, with United having paid €11 million, £9.25 million, to bring him in from Sporting Lisbon. The Red Devils have averaged a match every 4 days since his first game, affording him limited time on the training ground to implement a system which is unfamiliar to most of his squad. Only 5 teams have won fewer points in the Premier League since the Portuguese's arrival, leaving United 15th in the table and on course for comfortably their worst season since their infamous relegation in 1974. Amorim won't change his approach, though, as he's welded to his 3-4-2-1 formation, a stance which is being questioned inside the dressing room. The Mail report that a section of United's squad believe that even when they win, it's largely down to individual moments of quality or good fortune rather than Amorim's tactics working out. According to the newspaper, a source revealed, the feeling is, we got away with one but we might not be so lucky next time. The feeling from that particular group of unnamed players stems from the number of late goals that United have scored in recent weeks, turning draws into wins. The Red Devils have scored late against Leicester, Fulham, Rangers, Southampton, Manchester City and Victoria Plzen, with their performances in most of those games being criticised. Similar reports of behind-the-scenes discontent have emerged under previous managers, namely David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ralf Rangnick and Erik ten Hag. Amorim's fuse appears to be shorter than his predecessors, who all bemoaned the rigors of the job later in their tenures. Will Ruben Amorim be a success at Manchester United? Give us your prediction in the comments section. But after Sunday's dire 1-0 defeat at Tottenham, who they've lost to 3 times this season, Amorim told Sky Sports, "What you see guys and what you discuss every week, I also see. I have a lot of problems, my job is so hard here. But I stick with my beliefs." United are back in action on Saturday, as they make the trip to Goodison Park for the final time to face Everton. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our last news is Ruben Amorim's 7-man transfer wishlist with 12 stars heading for exit in huge clearout. A major overhaul is expected at Manchester United this summer, with as many as 12 players expected to leave Old Trafford amid a disastrous season under Ruben Amorim. A major overhaul is coming to Old Trafford this summer as Ruben Amorim bids to kickstart his revolution at Manchester United. Amorim is planning to move on at least 12 stars amid the Red Devils' worst league season for 51 years. Sunday's defeat to Tottenham was their 12th in the top flight this term and sent them down to 15th place in the table. In response, Amorim and United's recruitment team are preparing to get ruthless this summer. That starts with a clear-out of 12 players, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe decreeing that every player has a price. If such a large number of stars do move on, United will have to make significant investment in new recruits. Here, Mirror Football looks at 7 stars United may seek to bring in to boost Amorim's squad. Top of United's wishlist has to be a striker given their awful scoring record since Amorim took over. The Red Devils have scored just 16 times in the 14 Premier League games the 39-year-old has overseen. He has a close relationship with Victor Gyökeres, who fired Sporting Lisbon to the Primeira Liga title last season. The Swede has again impressed this season, netting 34 goals in 36 appearances in all competitions. Gyökeres is understood to have a gentleman's agreement to leave Sporting in the summer. United will have to fight off several top clubs to sign him, but the presence of Amorim may well be a trump card. A full-scale overhaul is needed, with neither Rasmus Højlund nor Joshua Zirkzee proving to be up to scratch. That could lead to a move for Liam Delap. While the Tractor Boys are in the relegation zone, Delap has still managed to net 10 goals and notched 2 assists in the top flight. The 22-year-old may have 4 years to run on his contract, but if Ipswich do go down, they will surely need to sell him, who better than the man who effectively replaced Manuel Ugarte at Sporting Lisbon to take hold of United's midfield problems. Morten Julmand has starred in the Portuguese capital since arriving in the summer of 2023, playing mainly as a defensive midfielder. As well as being well accustomed to Amorim's system, Julmand will also provide much-needed leadership, with the Dane having been named captain at the start of this season. He is understood to have a £66.5 million release clause in his contract, having hopefully solved one wing-back issue by moving for Patrick Dorgu in January. Amorim may turn to the right side in the summer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below.